Well, why are we giving $21 million to India? They got a lot of money. They're one of the highest taxing countries in the world in terms of us. We can hardly get in there because their tariffs are so high.
United States President Donald Trump recently questioned why the US was giving $21 million to help increase voter turnout in India. Trump's comments came after Department of Government Efficiency, we also call it DOGE, which is led by Elon Musk, decided to cancel this particular funding. The issue has now sparked a political debate in both India and the US. Let me tell you what exactly did Trump say. Speaking at a press conference at Mar-a-Lago, Trump openly questioned the need for the US to fund voter turnout efforts in India. He pointed out that India is such a rich country and has high taxes and high tariffs, making it very difficult for American businesses to enter its market. Trump said, "Why are we giving $21 million to India? They have a lot of more money. They are one of the highest taxing countries in the world in terms of us. We can hardly get there because their tariffs are so high. I have a lot of respect for India and their Prime Minister, but giving $21 million for voters turnout? Why was the $21 million cancelled? Let's focus on that now. So on February 16, Elon Musk's DOGE department announced that $21 million fund for India's voter turnout has been cancelled. This money was part of a larger funding program where US taxpayers' money was being allocated to different countries to support elections and political processes. According to the DOGE report, the US had planned to spend about $486 million for election-related programs, and that too worldwide. $22 million for inclusive and participatory political processes in Moldova, and $21 million for voter turnout in India. However, after reviewing these allocations, DOGE decided to stop the funding for India. Now, this thing has turned really controversial. The allocation of $21 million voter turnout fund has led to strong reactions from different sides. In the US, many people agree with Trump that American taxpayers should not be funding elections in wealthy countries like India. They argue that the US should spend this money on its own citizens instead. But in India, some people are shocked that the US was funding voter turnout in India in the very first place. The question, why foreign money was being used for elections in India? Others believe that foreign influence in elections is a very sensitive issue and such funding should have been more transparent. If we focus on Trump and India's trade relationship, then Trump's comments also highlight his ongoing criticism of India's trade policy. During his previous term, the first term we are talking about, Trump repeatedly said that India has high tariff, making it hard for American businesses to compete. He has previously called India the tariff king because of its high import taxes on products like cars, dairy, and technology. Now, by linking the voter turnout funding issue with India's high tariff, Trump is once again pressurizing India to make its market more open for American companies. Looking ahead, then, with the $21 million funding now being cancelled, it remains to be seen whether India will officially respond to US's decision and clarify whether it knew about the funding in the first place or not, whether Trump will push for more trade negotiations with India, specifically since he believes that India should not get financial aid from the US, whether this issue will become part of a bigger debate on how the US government spends taxpayers' money abroad. In conclusion, this controversy raises big questions about US foreign funding and India's role in global politics. Why was the US spending money on Indian elections? Should the US stop funding foreign elections altogether? And does this indicate a new shift in US-India relationship? What do you think? Should India have received this $21 million, or was Trump right to cancel it?